Well, hello, golfers. Are you serious about golf? Really serious about golf like I am? Well, if you are, you're in the right place because we are going to teach you how to lower your score in the shortest amount of time possible without spending a fortune on clubs, gadgets, gimmicks, or lessons. You'll be able to do it all yourself. And the cornerstone of that is our single digit system, which we believe that any golfer who applies it with sweat equity can lower their score enough to become a single digit handicapper over the course of 12 months or less. So we hope you enjoyed today's podcast, but first, a message from our sponsor, the Driver Bully.
Every time you step on a golf course, there is a silent distance killer that is draining the power from your game. This power drain increases your strokes as it decreases your confidence. Thanks to driverbully.com, there is a proven method that overcomes this power drain and could add up to 100 yards on your long game. Go to driverbully.com today and take the power and distance challenge. See how our simple, proven, proprietary methods have transformed golfers using clubs they already have in their bag. driverbully.com.
So I'm back. I'm here. I'm joined with Rich, our tamed golf pro. And Rich, something's happened bad with the kangaroo pouch and the bat sleeping. Rich, why don't you tell us a little bit, give us an update on the sleeping conditions there at the San Antonio headquarters.
Yeah, I was a little too close to the river. Big croc came and got me.
Took
Wasn't
you
good.
in?
Yeah, took me in. So,
I thought the bats were actually in Austin under the bridge there.
oh man, they're under every bridge.
Yeah. So you decided to, I mean, you're sleeping under a bridge?
A few nights a week. I mean,
Okay.
it's my
Well,
warm up. It's my warm up routine to shooting good scores.
I see.
It's like you put your left sock on first. I sleep
Mhm.
under a bridge.
Yeah, I thought you had been attacked by a group of kangaroos or
The
something like that
flock.
came
The
through.
flock.
A flock came through San Antonio, escaped from one of the nature parks there.
Yeah.
So, all kidding aside, today's topic is golf fitness and kind of how we design our programs. So, basically, to get into it, I'm a minimalist. I don't like to own a lot of things. I don't like to overcomplicate things. I like things very simple. So if you see the power and distance challenge, everything's very organized. It's very push button. There's no guessing. There's no going by feel or anything like that. So I designed the workouts in a very similar fashion. I want them to be very effective and very minimalistic and easy to do just about anywhere. I don't want to give you a bunch of exercises that you need to go out and spend $1,000 on equipment for. That's just ridiculous. You don't need it. I was at a friend's house the other day and I saw this monstrosity of equipment. It was like a big old 1980s style. I don't even know. It was like it took up the entire room. You had to like hop over it to just get around it. And how he got it into the room, I have no idea. It must have taken a monumental effort. And to me, that's just ridiculous. You don't need anything like that. All you need are dumbbells, a kettlebell, maybe some medicine balls, and maybe some bands. That's pretty much it, other than a timer. And I think Rich has the perfect setup in his garage. Rich, why don't you just kind of tell us what you have in there?
Yeah, I mean, I got I would say basically one car spot of space in the garage, and so I have a bench. I have the Bowflex adjustable weights, which I probably need to upgrade because I'm at 52 and a half pounds on each one, and I can max that out now. So I've got the color coordinated bands. So if I decide I want to go through the workouts doing bands only, I want to have an ability to increase. So I've got different resistance on the bands, a medicine ball. Did I say I got a bench? I got an adjustable bench, and that's pretty much it. I've been able to do, how many challenges we got now? Like 5 or 6 different challenges, and with this basic setup, and it's versatile, so I can kind of switch it around. The one of the last challenge that we did with the flat belly challenge, I was able to use the weights that I have and increase it each week and still be within range. So yeah, and I think what you missed saying with the organized component to it is that these are simple supersets, and to me, I've been used to, like in the past, I've had this brainwash mentality that, one, I had to do an hour of cardio a day in order to really lose weight. I had to be in the gym for at least an hour doing these workouts, whether it be these workouts I go to the gym at, or I do those beach body workouts. So I had this programming that I had to do an hour here and an hour there. But when you really look at it, when these 3 to 4 supersets that we do in each of our challenges, combined with interval cardio, that I'm getting as much out of 20 minutes on this interval cardio than I would have with these 45 to an hour minute cardio sessions. So
Yeah, and
my
that's really the cornerstone of these is almost everybody that listens to this podcast, buys our workouts, does any of our programs is very short on time. They have kids, they have a wife, they have very demanding jobs. A lot of the guys travel, so that's what these are designed for. We're not going to screw around with an hour workout that you don't need. We cut down on the rest breaks. We maximize the entire body. We don't specialize on any one single body part simply because, I mean, why would you do that? Why would you do bicep curls by themselves when your golf swing takes the whole body? You use the entire body on the golf swing. So that's what we do. I mean, we are on a mission here, and it's not to jump around all crazy for 30 minutes. It's to build a golf body, something that's stable, has endurance, has strength, has power, and is flexible. And we can do all of those things in 30 minutes.
Yeah, and
So,
that's the beauty of this, is that as golfers, yeah, we want to be in optimal shape and performance mode from our body perspective, but we want to spend more time at the golf course. And so if we can get everything that we want to achieve from a workout standpoint in 30 minutes, if we will add in some interval cardio, say 45, 50 minutes, and you're done, from my standpoint, that's perfect, because I'd rather spend more time at the golf course than in the gym.
yeah, absolutely. And uh, the programs that we design are balanced. So, I mean, it's really up to you how far you want to go because we give you range of motion, we give you flexibility, we give you balance, we give you power, we give you strength, we give you endurance, all in a very short period of time. However, I encourage everybody to go a little bit further with the stretching and foam rolling and the range of motion. Those are very important, and that's why we alternate. We'll have a day of intense exercise for 30 minutes, and then the next day it's foam rolling, stretching, range of motion for 30 minutes. It's very important to have a balanced approach to this, and that's why I work in the full body. And I mean, we can achieve every single one of these goals that we set out for golf. And with the exception of building more strength, which we periodize into the programs, most of the workouts are very similar. We alternate the exercises, and we put a couple of different movements in there that hit different muscle groups and things like that from a different angle. But for the most part, these programs are very similar, except for our fat loss challenge, where we add in HIIT, high intensity interval training. And we do that for 20 minutes. And that's really the only difference in any of the programs is the fat loss component. If you're already in decent shape, you don't really need that because our programs will build endurance. We move at a fast clip. And this morning, I gave Rich a test legs workout that yesterday absolutely destroyed me. And I'm in pretty decent shape, but I was laying on the gym floor for about 5 minutes. I was out of breath, I was sweating, and that workout took me exactly 30 minutes to perform. And I would wager that's pretty close to a hit workout, except I was lifting heavy weights, but I was moving at a steady pace. I wasn't doing the bodybuilder stuff where it's beneficial to a bodybuilder to wait, 3 minutes before they perform the set again. I just hit into it because that improves our endurance. So, we want to have that balance. We want to have a very well-rounded program, because it's about longevity. It's about playing this game a long time. Now, I've seen some other workouts out there, and I'm not going to name any names, but Insanity is one that, I mean, you just jump and jump and jump and jump and jump, and you're going to get an overuse injury and you're going to get hurt. And it's not going to help you really with golf. If you want to go and jump through some windows or jump through car windows like Bo and Luke Duke from the Dukes of Hazzard, by all means, that's your workout. You should do that. If you want to jump and slide across a car hood, go for it. But if you want to hit the ball a long ways, if you want to be stable in your putting stroke, you want to be stable in your pitching, which is our challenge coming up this month, is the Red Zone Challenge. You want a stable platform to hit from. You can't really fire a cannon from a canoe. So, that you really want to have a well-balanced program to where you don't hurt yourself. You're not doing crazy stuff over and over and over again. Your body does need rest. And rest.
And I think if I add to that, Chris, I mean, the Tuesday, Thursday option in most of the programs are those rest days. And when I say rest days, you're stretching out, you're getting mobility, flexibility, and that's when I, from my standpoint, add in the foam rolling. And so,
and also important on that is we want you at the golf course that day.
Yeah. And so, I mean, I've talked to you about this recently about my left hip, and you've been doing foam rolling for what, 6-7 years now, and I've hated the thought of having to do that. But
it's really painful when you first start it.
And that's what I found. Yeah. And so, and I don't think I've ever had an injury that I've seen foam rolling basically iron out. So I wasn't a believer back then, but so my left hip started giving me some issues. I did the normal thing: go to the doctor, get the prescription, start taking the pills, and really nothing happened.
He told you something that really kind of pissed you off, didn't he?
What's that?
Well, he told you to quit playing golf for a while.
Oh, yeah.
I remember you came back and you were like, the guy told me to quit playing golf.
Yeah,
it's kind of like the Three Stooges routine where the guy hits him, he hits himself, and he's like, "You're not hurt." He goes, "Well, quit hitting yourself."
Yeah, that was never an option. So that kind of just went straight over my head. That's why I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, because that's not going to happen. So I started the foam rolling, and it felt like it moved my injury from when it was straight on my left side to around to the back side. I mean, it just kind of moved it around. But I mean, I went from it wasn't like it was going to stop me from playing golf, but I definitely felt that pain through that left side.
Was it changing your swing at all?
Not really.
Pain, just kind of knowing that pain was going to come, like Tiger Woods. I mean,
yeah, no, I didn't have
like it was going to hurt like hell to hit those shots, but he was like, I got to hit it.
Yeah, no, I didn't have that pain. It was just a niggling injury, and so, but yeah, with the foam rolling, it basically ironed it out within a week or two, and so.
Good to hear.
The thing that, I mean, it's one of those injuries where I think it's just, I have to continually foam roll it. Even though I feel like it's gone away, it may be due to, some workouts that I'm doing that are tightening up a specific muscle that I may not be aware of, and I may not have stretched it correctly. But yeah, the foam rolling has definitely helped for me. So I don't have those. I have basically this thick foam roller like this, and I know you have like your dumbbell style one,
Yeah,
and
I've got
so
one that's I've got two. I've got one that's kind of like a golf kit that you can get. I can't remember the name of the place. We'll put a link below this so you can go there. And then I have what's called a rumble roller, which I heard about from Tony Horton. It's got little spikes on it that works really well, and it looks intimidating, but it's not that bad. So yeah, I mean, we want to have a balanced approach to the workouts. We don't want to neglect any one area. And like you said, the fountain of youth lies in the foam rolling. I mean, you can really fix problems. I hear people all the time, oh, my back hurts, or my arm hurts, or my hip hurts. Well, just living our lives, getting in and out of a car or stepping up a curb, we can injure ourselves in a minor fashion. And over time, it'll just continuously get worse. The foam rolling will fix those adhesions basically that you have with your muscle. So the muscle fibers will straighten out and they'll work properly again. Because that pain is coming from additional muscles that aren't designed to help with that particular area of your body, and they're being overtaxed and overworked, and they get super tight and super tense. So the foam rolling will help prepare the major muscle and eliminate that pain basically. So Rich, you got your range of motion back, your hip pain went away, but it is going to be something that you have to continuously do. It's not like you just do it and it goes away. You need to be very religious with that.
yeah, and I mean, I've got the routine I have now. It's the first thing I do is my foam rolling, and then I can roll into it. Now, if I feel like at the end of the day, it's kind of flared up a little bit, I'll do it before I go to bed. So it's not something that's it's becoming automatic now, and it's not
Yeah.
something that I have to really it's not a burden. I kind of
Let me
I
ask you a
actually enjoy
question.
doing it.
Has it become less painful the more that you've done it?
It's gone through periods. So I went through probably 3 weeks of zero pain, and just recently it flared up a little bit more. So,
But I
um,
mean the actual foam rolling when you're doing it, is it less painful today than it
oh yeah,
was when
yeah,
you
yeah.
first started?
Yeah, so now I know. Okay, I've got a hold position. I think you told me like I was just kind of going back and forth, and then
Well,
he was
that's
like,
okay too, but to get this thing that we call uh, autogenic inhibition, or basically the muscle to release, you need to hold pressure on it at least 30 seconds. And for me, I found it's longer than 30 seconds.
yeah, yeah. So that's what I did. I would hold it on that pain point um, for as long as I could, 30 seconds, 45 seconds, and then kind of roll it out a little bit more, and then go back to it. So and then move it around. So yeah, no, that really it's helped my game. So um,
Yeah, so the last principle that we have, back to the foam rolling super quick. We're going to be playing this game a long time, and we're going to be doing yard work, and we're going to be raising kids, and we're going to be doing all kinds of things. Really think about foam rolling. Every time I go on a trip, that foam roller goes in my suitcase. And it really, I mean, I've had back pain issues before. I'll foam roll and they're gone. And I mean, that's not bullshit. They're gone. I'm able to get up, I'm able to move around, and it's all because I know exactly what muscles to target with the foam rolling. So anyway, go buy a foam roller, get that rolling, and then our last principle is progression. And the best way to explain this to you is through MMA or karate or taekwondo or something like that. So anyone who stays a white belt for year after year after year, they're not getting any more dangerous. So we want to apply the belt system to our workouts. We want to eventually become the black belt or the second degree black belt. So you need to constantly be pushing yourself and progressing. And this doesn't mean going into the gym every day consistently. That's great, but you're not going to be any better than you were the time before if you're not adding more weight, more reps, more time, more stress. So you need to be pushing yourself and continuously going on. And probably the best way to make sure that this happens is to write everything down. If you're not writing down your weights, and trying to beat those weights from the last time, then you're not going to get any better. Now there's going to get a point, let's just say, for example, you're a bodybuilder where you could probably just maintain what you look like. But I would wager that most of us don't look like bodybuilders. So we need to continuously be pushing and adding weight and adding reps and trying to grow and become a better us. So with that, that's really all there is to how we design the workout programs here. And they're quick, they're easy, but they're highly efficient. And Rich, did you have anything else to add to that?
I think the benefit that I have from it, because I'm a test dummy. So every program you've designed, I'm using it. I'm putting it into use before we release it. So the
I
rule.
hope the one today like kicks your ass.
Yeah, I don't know about that one yet. So, but no, from my perspective as a golfer, when I'm working out and I know that what I'm doing, the underlying benefit is towards my golf game, I feel so much better about doing it. Whereas if I go to the gym and I get a trainer and he starts working me out and I'm doing these movements that I know aren't going to benefit my golf game, I feel like I'm wasting my time. Even though,
Yeah, why should we even bother doing them? What's
right.
the point?
Yeah, so even though I may get in a physique that I, probably would like to be in, if it doesn't benefit my golf game, I from my perspective, I don't like doing it. So each of these workouts that we release, the underlying core benefit is to benefit your golf game. So that's really where I like it.
If you talk about what you're going to look like, if you look at Dustin Johnson, I can tell for a fact he's got some pretty good workout programs going on. And you look at him, he looks like an MMA fighter. That's what our style of workout is going to get you. If you get lean and you stick with the programs and you're adding weights, you're going to have that type of a physique. You're not going to look like a bodybuilder. You're going to look like a fighter. And that's what we want. We want a body that can that's strong, but can also rotate and deliver power to that ball. It can give you stability. And not only that, but like the endurance to play 36 holes a day and feel great at the end of the round. I can't tell you how many testimonials we've received from people that just feel better overall. So yeah, there's not a lot of fluff in this. We're not trying to impress you with our exercise knowledge. We're just trying to get you something that works, is effective, it's very time efficient. So we'll end there, but I wanted to talk to Rich and interrogate him because he's pulling a fast one on me, and we had always talked about going to the Masters together. Now this son of a bitch is going to the Masters tomorrow without me.
Yeah.
Explain, Rich.
There's probably a little bit there that I feel bad, but it's the Masters. So yeah, I have a really good friend in Florida, and he's an attorney, and his court case just got extended a day, and so he had
poor guy.
Yeah, I know. So he has tickets for Thursday and Friday, and he can't go Thursday. So last night I get the word I've got the ticket, so I booked the flight. I'll be in Atlanta tonight, and I'll be there all day tomorrow.
Yeah,
so yeah,
I wanted to send you like the most hateful.
Oh, I knew.
Ever
I knew my. Yeah.
Could you feel the anger?
Well, I knew.
Feel it?
I knew sending this message. I guess it was better to send it.
I was waiting all day to hear this, and I was like, please, don't let him get the ticket. That's very selfish, isn't it? It's bad of me.
Yeah, I tried not to think about it, but yeah, I got the text late last night that it was, it was going to happen. So,
but you know what?
I think
in Rich's defense, he offered to buy me a lot of shit. So he's going to be bringing back hats, Scotch glasses, and all kinds of stuff.
I was just gonna get you the concession stand stuff. I heard it's really cheap. So
yeah, bring back a hot dog.
Yeah, a hot dog. Was it the pimento cheese? Yeah.
But Rich bought me this a while back, the Be the Ball shirt.
Yeah. And I always
And
talk in your backswing.
I think that's Larry sneezing in my backswing. I find it very funny that when you go and play with Larry, Larry's our second tame golf pro. He's an old PGA Tour pro. But he's like you don't want to gamble with Larry because he will pull all kinds of stunts, and he sneezed in my backswing one time, and it was for a lot of money. And then he apologized, and he said, "Oh, I'm very sorry, I couldn't control it." But I think that was BS, to be honest.
Yeah, so
So we're,
I've got a good one now. Truan's dad, he is the master of putting his lips on your ball. And what I mean by that is, like, you've got a putt and it's for birdie and it's halfway there. He'll be like, great birdie, and it's going to lip out. And so we've got that putting bet now that we do. Longest putt wins $1 from everyone. And oh my goodness, every time someone had a chance to make a putt, good old Tim Mel had his lips on the ball, and it worked every single time. Thankfully, it wasn't on my putt.
wow, the master of disaster, Tim Mel.
So lips on your ball. That's the new phrase that we've got going.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this podcast, and hopefully Richard will return back with lots of goodies for me. I'm not expecting anything because I've been stabbed in the back for his master's trip this week. Anyway, I'll leave the podcast with that. Thanks for joining us.
Every man wants to increase his length, and that's especially true when it comes to his golf game. DriverBully.com has solved the frustration you have of being outdriven and embarrassed by your golf buddies. Go to DriverBully.com and see how we can significantly increase your maximum distance using the clubs you already have in your bag. No expensive equipment to buy, no complicated methods, just simple practice drills with proven results. Go to DriverBully.com today and be part of our Power and Distance Challenge.